Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Miniart, which is molded in 1/35 scale, and we have here German cargo trailer, so it might be a handy addition for your some vehicle model, or maybe just a part of some diorama. You don't have to attach it to the vehicle, but what I have here on the table is the final shape of this release, so it means this kit number 35487. You can get exactly the same one in Modelimax, and in my opinion it's something what might be a handy thing for all of the 1/35 scale fans. So first of all, the box size is not that big. Here is comparison with my hand. The box art is nice, and as you can see, it's made by Booth as usual. Here on the side you can see also some safety devices and address of the manufacturer, while on the opposite side you'll find floor marking options, and I can see there are also different assembly options. By the way, the decals here, it's noted that they're coming from cartograph, so you shouldn't be worried about the printing quality. But there are not that many symbols which are actually replicated with the decals, but still quite nice to have. So this is a top opening box, and inside you can notice there is plenty of space, so I really doubt that something will arrive damaged to you, so this is really cool. And plastic bag is sealed, so I'm going to cut through it right now, and we will take a closer look together. By the way, this is not the first trailer from Miniart, so in case you are interested in checking the previous versions, you can find them easily on the same YouTube channel which you are watching right now, and I definitely recommend to check it because those were quite nice things as well, and I think it might be something what you can consider for your future projects as well. So on the top I had the small diorama sheet, so I think I can show you actually decal sheet. So here you can see it. As you remember, it's coming from cartographs, that's why printing quality looks pretty decent, and it's just a matter of applying them because sometimes these stencils are a bit tricky, but I think it's still doable. Next we continue with the sprue DA, and here it's one of the biggest frames in the kit, so I will just zoom out and show you what is actually included here. So first of all, we have these wooden panels for the whole section. These are the sidewalls, obviously. Also we get some bars, the separate bars for the main chassis, and also we get some parts for the overall control links. And as far as you can see, these tiny bits are molded nicely. That's why I just zoomed in so that you can take a closer look with me. And the only thing is just the careful separation of all of these parts, but I think it's doable. As long as you have the plastic saw or the sharp cutters, you should be pretty much fine. And if I flip over this plastic sprue, as you can see, these parts are looking good from the opposite side as well. We do not have the wooden texture here, so in case you would like to have a more or less convincing wooden look on those parts, go for the paint techniques which will help you to get this appearance. And I think in 1/35 scale it's quite important, and it actually influences the let's say overall look of the build. And next we have two more large panels. So this is the floor panel and this is the front section. Here we also have the towing bar, and these are the bars for the main chassis. And if I zoom in, you can see that both are molded together with the leaf springs, and here we have also two separate leaf springs as well. That's the towing bar, and it looks quite decent as well, and I'm happy to see that it's a one-piece element. And here we continue with these wooden panels. Again, you can notice that no wooden texture on them whatsoever, but we have the guiding pins or guiding actually positioning slots, so they will help you with alignment. So this is also something what is appreciated in such set, because it might look like a simple trailer card, but in reality you have to check the overall alignment, you have to get everything together so that it looks decent. So that's why it is important to have it supplied by the manufacturer, not to try to do it by yourself. Then we have also the frame KA, so here it is. It's supplied in two pieces, so I will show you only one. And what we have here, it's actually the parts for the road wheels. So let's zoom in like this. And you can see these are large parts. And I'm just trying to understand whether we will get the... Yeah, it's from the opposite side, so we get the tires from the opposite side. And these are the inserts which will have to be installed. Obviously, this is the outer part, which will be visible once you install on the vehicle. And this is the inner part, because here we have the slot for installing onto the hub. But I think this design makes sense. And again, here we have another wooden panel. This one is for the raised walls version. As you remember, there were two. And here we have also the skid panels, which are installed under the truck. As you can see, we have also the internal features as well, which is really cool because some manufacturers will just mold it plain and call it done, but not Miniart, as you can see. So that's really nice of them. And I'm just checking what else is interesting on the surface area. So here we have also the rivets on this panel. So it might be a good idea to bring them out, because once they are painted, they will be as invisible as they are right now on the gray plastic. So that's why try to bring it out with the pre-shading probably, and also with some washes done. Next we have assembly manual. So this one is typical for this brand, even though it's quite tiny in format, but still it's printed in color. And we have short list of the features. It's written that it's highly detailed model, and we have the decal sheet for 4 marking options. So one of them is here, obviously on the cover, but we will get the marking guide here on the first page. And you can see it's the simple one, but here is another one for the winter version. With the winter version, you can play a bit with the paint fading and also maybe some weathering effects and other stuff. Note that the stencils area is still cleaned up. It might be also a good idea to find some reference photos so that you can get a bit more convincing appearance, but this is already up to you if you are actually able to get such shots. Next, on the second page here, we have the parts map. And Miniart does not show which parts are in use, so keep it in mind when you'll be trying to use all of the parts. Next we have the chassis assembly, and as you can see it's quite interesting design, because we have these 2 large bars, and then we have small bars which are actually interconnecting this stuff. Here we also have the parts for the front axle moving part, because it should be turning, but I wonder if it will be glued in place or not. But as you can see, there are also some optional things for the parked position or for the transport positions, which is also quite a nice touch. It might be handy for some build ideas where you have to depict it parked, and then it will make sense to have this part in place. Also we have the closed body side, as you can see here, and also we have an option with the open body side, I guess, and also the raised sidewalls. You have to use the separate parts, as you remember. Here you can see the skid plates, which we were just seeing on the last gray plastic sprue. Here you can see how the road wheels are actually assembled. So you have to add also the brakes as well, but this is quite a simple task. What is a bit more tricky is to get the convincing weathering on these parts, because these are not typical rubber tires or wheels with metal rims. Here you can see also the linkages between these wheels. We also have the colors chart in several manufacturer designations. The third marking option with a bit more sophisticated camouflage. And here is the 4th marking option with even more complex camouflage, but it will be your decision what you need in your build. As for the whole kit, it should be already available together with other novelties from Miniart on Modelimex webshop. And of course I will be happy to hear your opinion. So what do you think about such a release? Would it be handy for your build ideas? Write it here in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video review. As usual, thank you for joining me today, and bye.